Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Wicked T, and today we are doing the end of month vlog for July. This is the 31st. It's actually fairly late at night right now. Sorry about that. Again, my camera keeps cutting off. I'm not sure why, and now my keyboard's doing the same thing. I don't know what's going on, but yes. So the end of month vlog for July. It's been a pretty standard month. We got a bunch of videos done, 16 or 17 I think in total. No, 15 including this one, but this one will be out August 1st. No, August 1st is when I have some more family events, so it'll be August 2nd before this comes out. But yeah, we've done quite a few videos. We have an opportunity to play. Dusty has an opportunity to play a few games coming up next week. Incremental Frog and Capybara Pizza Cafe, done by the same devs, and they sent us free codes in our Wicked T gaming business email. So he's going to do those next week. I think he's going to play some more Taskbar Hero, because we also have an opportunity from them to get maybe a little bit of money. I'm not sure how they're going to work that out, but they asked us to play their game again in another email, so that'll all be next month. But I'm going to put Dusty's Archaeology review in here now, and then we'll see you in a little while. Hi everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. It's your boy Dusty, and today we're doing July 2026 Archaeology review, beginning with Byzantine city uncovered in Egypt's Dakhla oasis. In the Western Desert, Egypt. Aram Online reports remnants of a fortified city inhabited in the 4th century AD, or ACE is what it should be, but they keep saying AD. I'm not sure why they haven't changed, but have been uncovered at the Ain el-Sabil site in Egypt's Dakhla oasis. A member of the Supreme Council of Antiquities said the well-planned city was laid out in a grid and created an open square and public spaces arranged around a central basilica. A member of the Dakhla Antiquities added traces of 2 watchtowers were found on the outskirts of the city. Potteries, bottles, oils, and perfumes, oil lamps, and stone tools for grinding grain were also recovered from mud brick houses with spacious reception areas and vaulted roofs. So as you can see, here is the larger view of the dig itself, and this is an internal view. It looks like some sort of I don't know if that's like a fire pit or something over here against this wall. Actually, let's see. Does it say anywhere in here? Nope. One of the dwellings has been identified as the home of a church deacon named Tissos, who lived in the second half of the 4th century. Another structure, the home of Tabibos, has been dated to the early 4th century and is thought to have been once used as a church before the construction of the basilica. So this is a religious complex, as there are deacons, other members of the church around, and one gentleman's house was used as a church until the basilica was built. So I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see. Next we have, did Clovis people hunt large animals? Kent, Ohio. According to the Science News report, Metin Earn of Kent State University and his colleagues reviewed evidence collected at all 15 sites in North America where Clovis stone tools have been found, with the remains of mammoths, mastodons, and gomphotheres. Archaeologists routinely assume that localities represent evidence that Clovis people hunted these multi-ton animals, and in turn invoke the evidence to claim humans had a role in the extinction of large mammals, Ern said. But the team's review of the information ruled this out, as the Clovis people had scavenged carcasses of these animals. So, in movies and stuff, you see, and pictures have people depicted as hunting these large animals, which sometimes they did, but more likely than not, they were just scavenging the remains of these dead animals. I mean, they could definitely do it. Moreover, there are no Clovis points or point fragments that have been found embedded in bone of these animals. So they weren't using these Clovis points to hunt the animals. They were using them to scavenge, remove meat and hide from these animals. So it's most likely that they did not use these stone tools to kill the animals. They would probably wait for an older member of a herd to die and then go in and collect its remains. But there are places where I'm sure they used other methods to kill these animals if they needed to kill them fresh. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. A pretty interesting study. So all those pictures of that you see where people are hunting like woolly mammoths and things like that, that did sometimes happen, but it doesn't seem to have happened for the Clovis people. It seems more likely that they scavenged remains of large animals. Next, we have a 3,800-year-old collection of figurines discovered in Peru. Lima, Peru. Andia News Agency reports that the excavation conducted by a team led by archaeologist Ruth Shadi Solis of the National University of San Marcos at the main public structure in Penico, which is located on the Pacific coast of Peru within the Ministry of Culture's Carnal Archaeological Zone, have uncovered a ritual offering linked to the consecration of a platform some 3,800 years ago. The 43 objects, which are made of wood and bone, had been placed in a small area edged with a semicircle of rounded stones topped with a larger stone. Some of the artifacts had been incised with designs and exposed to fire. The sculptures include a woman, possible authority figures, snakes, birds, tadpoles, and geometric and abstract motifs. Cavities in the artifacts are thought to have held inlays of minerals and semi-precious stones, such as 9 possible eyes made of mollusk shells. Several beads made of blue-green minerals and shells were also recovered. So as you can see, we have the figures here. You might not be able to see a couple of these, but hopefully they're not all blocked. A couple birds, snakes. As you can see, some of them had holes for holding gems or shells. I'm guessing these ones that are a little more deteriorated are probably wood. But these other ones that you can see clearly look like they're definitely look like they're stone. So that's pretty cool. I thought the way they were found was interesting because I haven't heard of that before. A semicircle of stone with stuff in the middle, then a larger stone set on top. It's like they entombed these figures for some reason. I thought that was pretty cool. Next we have a rare medieval coin identified in Norway. Stavanger, Norway. A metal detectorist discovered a 900-year-old silver coin linked to Magnus Barefoot, or Magnus Barefoot, who ruled Norway from 1093 to 1103 ACE. Live Science reports. Only 100 coins minted by the ruler have been discovered, found in a plowed field near the Usted Monastery in southwest Norway. The coin is the first of its type to be unearthed in the country. Researchers from the University of Stavanger Museum of Archaeology determined that the coin's outer edge had been folded around a copper plate. And a chain or loop may have been attached to two rounded notches on the edge, suggesting that the coin may have been worn as jewelry for many years. So as you can see, here are the two notches where a chain or something might have hung. This is the, what did they say, copper plate and it's been molded around. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why you would mold a coin around a copper plate. I suppose if it was, what did it say, silver? Yeah, silver. I suppose a rarer metal could be wrapped around something cheap like copper, just to give it some form. And silver, if I recall correctly, is a softer metal, so I guess it would be easier to wrap around the copper plate as well. So I thought that was interesting, especially the fact that it was worn as jewelry. That was kind of cool. Next we have New Kingdom tomb discovered in Luxor. An excavation in the Sheikh Abda al-Kawar area of the Theban necropolis, conducted by a team of researchers led by Karian van de Hoeven of Linden University, have uncovered a tomb dated to the New Kingdom. La Brula Verde reports. Initial examination of the text on the wall of the tomb indicates that it belonged to an individual named Pazar, who lived during the 19th to 20th dynasty between 1295 and 1070 BCE. A member of the Supreme Council of Antiquities said that the tomb follows the patterns established by the Theban elite of the period, featuring an outside courtyard, a main chapel carved in the rock, and a floor plan in the shape of an eye, inverted eye. A series of underground chambers held coffins and funerary goods, and adobe mastaba and a staircase leading to the tomb entrance were found in the courtyard. The archaeologists added cleaning dust and sediment currently covering the walls of the chapel should help researchers interpret the scene of Pazar and his wife carved there. So here's the entrance to the tomb, and this is some of the writing on the inside of the tomb. I'm guessing, unless they took this at night, I'm guessing it's taken from in here. But this is the little courtyard with stairs going down into it. That's pretty cool. There's the outer wall of the courtyard. So that's an amazing one. As I said, Egypt is always giving up new secrets. It's pretty cool. It would be, if I could work and study in one place, I think it would be Egypt. I think I would really like that. Minus the snakes. I'm not a big fan of snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Next we have Celtic settlement unearthed at ancient crossroad in France. Allons, France, 5 pairs of iron shackles were unearthed at a 2,300-year-old Celtic site in central France by researchers from the French National Institute of Preservative Archaeology Research, or INRAP, as it's shortened to, according to Live Science reports. The settlement was situated at an intersection of several ancient roads. Metallurgic finds indicate that blacksmith, coppersmith, bronze workers, and sheet metal workers had small workshops at the site, which also featured a religious complex. The presence of shackles suggests that the settlement may have been a hub for slave trading. The enslaved may have been prisoners of war, convicts, or debtors. Archaeologists also uncovered hundreds of coins minted over the period of more than 500 years, that may have been linked to the religious complex. So yeah, here are some of the shackles. It looks like the hole's here. So this one looks like it's closed over a little bit more than it should be. This one looks about right. And here is one of the coins. So that's an interesting site because when you hear Celtic, you think Ireland, Scotland, Wales, a little bit. So, but more the UK, not Central Europe itself. But I guess Celtic could also mean certain Germanic tribes as well. So I guess they would be found on the mainland of Europe. So that's kind of interesting. Next we have a relief of protective deity uncovered in Vindolanda. Hexham, England. La Brula Verde reports that a sculpture was excavated at Vindolanda, a Roman fort near Hadrian's Wall in northern England, by archaeologist Andrew Burley. Vindolanda's excavation director. The carving represents a Roman genus or protective deity that had been buried beneath the floor of a barracks when it was built in the 4th century ACE to ensure the safety, prosperity, and good fortune of the occupants. This genus is shown holding a cornucopia, a symbol of abundance and fertility, in one hand. The other hand, a patera, or shallow plate used for ritual ceremonies to hold libations and offerings. Burley and his colleagues think the sculpture was carved locally. So here you see the site of the fort at Vindolanda, and over here you see the floor and the statue, or the what do they call it? Yeah, I guess sculpture, statue of the guardian deity. So as you can see, there's the floor right here. So this is underneath the floor. I'm guessing this was a little shelter built for the deity to protect it from being compacted by the stones above. So I figured that was kind of cool because you hardly ever, well, I'm sure they find them in places, but I hardly ever hear of these things under the floorboards of under the floor of a barracks. That's kind of cool. So I thought that was good. Next we have medieval papal seal unearthed in Estonia. Tallinn, Estonia. Estonia Public Radio reports that a well-preserved 4th century papal seal, or bulla, belonging to Pope Clement V, was unearthed in Tallinn, Estonia's capital, on the shores of the Baltic Sea. Archaeologist Mikhail Tamet of the Archaeological Field Research Company, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, said that the bulla was found in the medieval layer that also contained ceramics and other artifacts. He thinks that it may have been brought to the site with waste and soil carried from Old Town to fertilize fields and gardens. Only 3 papal bullia, or papal seals, are known from Estonia, and all of them are attached to documents in the Tallinn City Archive, added the historian Ivor Lemis. So here is the site. As you can tell, it's massive, because this is a person. So it's a massive site, and here you see the seal. That almost looks like a 2. Clemens II. They said the 5th, right? Clemens. Maybe there's other letters I can't make out. But this is the reverse side. So yeah, these seals are often attached to official documents from the papacy and taken to various cathedrals, large basilicas, things of that nature. So apparently they had an important one at Estonia. But yeah, and I thought that was kind of cool because seals, I don't know what, it doesn't say what it's made of, but a lot of them were wax or wood. Wait, did it say? No, it just said medieval papal seal. But a lot of them degrade over time with the materials that they're made from. Sometimes they're made of lighter metals as well, so they can get crumpled up or destroyed. And a lot of papal documents that would have the seals on them were often lost as well. So it's a little hit and miss if you actually find these things. Next we have Egypt's royal women trained in archery. Now, I'm not sure why this article decided to come with a very beautiful dagger instead of a bow or something, but that's what they put, the picture they put. Cairo, Egypt. ZME Science reports that Zineb Hashesh of Bin Suf University and her colleagues examined the bones of 6 individuals who were buried beneath the pyramid of Dashur some 4,000 years ago. 4 of them were daughters of the pharaoh Amenhotep II, identified as the princess Ita, Kemet, Itaweret, and possibly Sathorum Merit. Now, okay, everything's still running. I just heard the sound of something disconnecting in the background, so I thought I'd better check. The other 2 individuals had been identified as Princess Nobhotep and King Hor. Records of the 19th century excavation showed that bows, arrows, maces, and ornate daggers. Oh, that's why it's in there. I must have just skimmed over that. Were recovered from the tomb where the remains were found. When the archaeologists and her colleagues examined the skeletons of X-rays, they found healed injuries and evidence of repeated archery practice on the bones of several of the royal women. Our studies strongly suggest that members of the royal family, especially the women, were active participants in skilled physically demanding activities such as archery and hunting, the archaeologist reports. Princess Ita and Princess Itaweret had strong upper body muscles attached to many that may reflect habitual weapon use, she said. And although Princess Kinmet had thinning bones when she died, she retained strong ligament attachments. Analysis of the skeleton of Princess Nubhotep and King Hor also suggests they engaged in weapons training. So, the attachment points on bones, when the muscles become stronger, muscles and ligaments become stronger, actually get, I think it's a deeper groove, slightly deeper grooves. So, the stronger the muscles, the deeper the attachments, the more stronger the attachments. So that's kind of interesting. And the fact that not just the men, but the women also trained in archery and for hunting and stuff, that's pretty cool. You don't often think of that when you think of royalty from especially women from royal families, but I guess you'd have to train a little bit, otherwise you'd be defenseless or have to depend on guards the whole time, which seems a little odd, but yeah. But look at that, this dagger is amazing. I like the sheath. Lastly we have tiny Paleolithic bird carvings unearthed in Germany. Tübingen, Germany. 2 tiny bird figurines carved from mammoth ivory have been discovered in southwestern Germany's Hohlefell Cave, according to Sci News report. The 2 artifacts were uncovered at the same layer of the cave, about 5 feet apart from each other. Each 40,000-year-old bird sculpture is less than 1 inch long, and the first shows a grouse-like bird in a crouched position. I'm guessing that's this guy, with its head almost straight in line with its spine. Perhaps sitting on eggs. The other, a grouse or perhaps a bird of prey, may have, with outstretched wings. Oh, I don't see the wings. Had outstretched wings, and may have depicted flight, landing, or a display of courtship behavior. Nicholas Conrad of the University of Tübingen thinks the 2 sculptures may have been carved by the same person. The figurines demonstrate the earliest artists were skilled ivory carvers who could depict delicate motifs in miniature form. Additionally, it seems that the specific depictions are associated with specific sites, he said. So I thought these were cool. This was cool. Because I've seen this everywhere. Like I saw this article on Facebook before I found it in the archaeology.org site. Because I'm not sure why, but it just showed up everywhere. Everywhere I looked, I saw it somewhere. I think I even saw this article on Instagram. But that'll do it for me. For this month's archaeology review. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. It's free, helps out the channel. And I'll catch you next month for another archaeology review. Bye-bye! So I hope everyone enjoyed Dusty's archaeology review. If you did, do what he asked at the end of the video. He has a lot more interesting stuff in there this week, or this month, this week. I guess he recorded this. He recorded his part yesterday before I recorded this on the end of the month. But because the end of the month is also a Friday, my Friday Night Friday stuff will be out tonight. Sorry, it cut out again. I guess at this point it should be out already. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore, but I posted it or set it up so it would come out at 5 p.m. So it should be out now. But yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a pretty standard month. Got about 15 videos done. A lot of cool looking new games that are coming out, so a couple new ones that are free on Steam. Yeah, but otherwise it was a pretty standard month. My younger sister's birthday was this month. Tomorrow, August 1st, my great nephew is his second birthday. So that should be fun to go see Brian. He's probably gonna be bigger than last time I saw him, since he's turning 2. But yeah, that'll be fun to do some more family stuff tomorrow. Hopefully this comes out Sunday. But yeah, I'm gonna end here before my computer freaks out anymore and keeps cutting off everything. Like that time, the mouse, the keyboard, and the camera all went off. I'm gonna have to switch the plugs, I guess, on the USB bar, because I don't know why things are cutting off. I mean, it's basically a no-name brand that I got, but still, you think it would be a little bit better quality than this. That's the reason why I got rid of the last one, is because a couple of the plugs weren't working anymore. So that's kind of sad. But I guess you get what you get for 20 bucks on Amazon. But I'll end it there, and I will catch you at the end of next month for another vlog. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, comment down below if there's anything we could do to change these vlogs, and subscribe because it's free. Helps out the channel. I think we're up to 170 now, so almost at 200. It'd be nice to get to 500, because then I could start making money on the channel. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not really worried about it. I'm doing this mostly for fun anyway. But I will catch you at the end of next month for another vlog. Bye bye.